Hi, welcome back to my channel pibyme Maths. This is by WST01. In this video, we are looking at January 2024 Statistics 1 paper. In the previous two videos, we have covered question number 1 to 6. Let's look at question number 7. The cumulative distribution of a discrete random variable is given by this. The capital F of x is the cumulative distribution. Remember that. Where k is a positive constant, show that k is 4. In cumulative distribution table, the last value will always be 1 because we are calculating cumulative from the probability by adding the continuous probabilities. So we know sigma p of x is 1, right? Sum of all the probabilities. That would be the last value here. So always it will be 1. So you equate it to 1, you will get 8 minus 4 is 4. Just a one more question. Part B, find the probability distribution. So I'm going to put the table here. We have cumulative, we need to find the probability now. First of all, use the value of k here and get these values. So 2k is, k is 4, so 8 minus 1, so this is 7 over 26. Here k is 4, 5, 15 over 26, 8 over 26 is 1. To find the probability p of x, or you can write it as p of x is equal to x, it doesn't matter. The first probability, first one will always be the same in both probability and the cumulative. And then for the next one, take the corresponding cumulative minus the previous cumulative. 7 over 26 minus 1 over 13. So you will get 5 over 26. And then 15 over 26 minus 7, you will get 8 over 26. And then 1 minus this, you are going to get 11 over 26. So how do we know our answer is correct? You need to find the sum of all this. You should get 1 actually. So it's actually 1924 plus 2 over 26. This 2 over 26. So you get the answer. But when you write it here, it's better if you can write it in the simplified format, or you can just leave it as it is. So here the value is going to be 4 over 13. Now write down the mode of x. The mode is the value of x with the highest probability. So if you keep all the denominator as 26, the one with the highest numerator is 11 over 26. Even if you want, you can put it in your calculator to get the value of all this. The highest value is going to be 11 over 26. The corresponding value is the mode. So the mode is 4. Part D, calculate variance of this. We know the formula for variance of ax plus b. It's a square variance of x. 13 square variance of x. So we need to find variance of x first. The formula is e of x square minus e of x whole square. So I'm going to find e of x square first. Take x, square it and multiply by the probability. So it's going to be, for easy calculation purpose, I'm going to keep this as 2 over 26, 8 over 26. So it's going to be 1 over 26 is a common factor. You will get 1 square times 2 over 26. And then 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. Okay, 5, 8, 11. 2 square times 5 over 26. 3 square times 8 over 26. 4 square times 11 over 26. So when I put it in my calculator, I'm going to do 1 square times 2 is 2 plus 2 square is 4 times 5 is 20 plus 3 square is 9. 9 8s are 72 plus 4 square is 16 times 11. Everything divided by 26. 135 over 30. Now e of x is x times p of x. So you don't square x, you just take this. 2 times 5 over 26. 3 times 8 over 26, 4 times 11 over 26. Calculate this now. So when I calculate this, 1 over 2 plus 2 over 5 plus 3 over 8, 3 8s are 24, 4 11s are 44, 80 over 26 is 40 over 13. So sub in here 13 square times e of x square minus e of x whole square. So you're gonna get 169 times 135 over 13 minus, open the bracket, 40 over 13, the whole square, and close the bracket. 155 is the answer. That's all. It's a 5-mark question. Let's look at the last question, question number 8. The random variable x is normally distributed with mean mu, variance 36. So sigma is square root of variance is 6. So you can write x follows normal distribution of mu comma sigma square. And it's given the probability between these two values is 0.6. Okay. If you take the bell curve, there are several ways you can do it actually. You have mu here. Let's say mu minus 2k is here and mu plus 2k is here. It says, the question says the area between these 2 points is 0.6. We know the total area below the curve is 1. If this area, the total area is 0.6, definitely this little area and this area, they will be equal. 0.2 and 0.2, right? Because the total area should be 1, right? So the easiest way to find the value of mu is just consider this area. We can write it as P of x is greater than mu plus 2k is 0.2. And standardize the normal distribution x minus mu over sigma, x minus mu over sigma. That's the formula. Z is x minus mu over sigma is 0.2. The mu can be cancelled. Sigma is actually 6. So you can get this value from the table. Look at the small table for 0.2. The corresponding value is 8416. So 2k over 6 is 0.8416. They want you to find the value of k. So 0.8416 times 2 over 6 is 3. 0.5248. K is 0.5248. That's all. Let's move on to part B. You are given two equations. You can take this as a first equation and another equation. You can frame another equation using this. And then the random variable y is, so you cannot use the sigma from the previous part actually, because this is another variable. Y follows normal distribution of mu comma sigma square. The first equation is 2 mu is equal to sigma square. Sorry, 3 sigma square. You can write it as mu is equal to 3 over 2 sigma square. Keep it as equation 1. Now use this and standardize this. You can write that z is greater than x minus mu over sigma is 0.0668. This is going to be 3 over 2 minus 1 is 1 over 2, which is 0.5 mu over sigma. Z is greater than 0.0668. Definitely this is a positive number because the value of the area on the right hand side of the number is smaller than 0.5. So if the area on the right hand side of the number is this, then the area on the left hand side of this number will be 1 minus of this value, which is 0.9332. So we are going to use the table to get this value. Look for 9332 in the table. We have 9332 here. The corresponding value is 1.5. So we know 0.5 mu over sigma is 1.5. So 0.5 mu is 1.5 sigma. That's equation 2. So sub in this in the place of mu and solving. 3 over 2 is 1.5, sigma square is 1.5 sigma. Sorry, there is 0.5 also before that. And then we need to find sigma. So 0.5 times 1.5 is 3 over 4, 0.75 sigma square minus 1.5 sigma is 0. When you solve it, you'll get sigma is 0 or sigma is 1.5 over 0.75, which is 2. Sigma cannot be 0, therefore sigma is equal to 2. Sub in here, you will get mu. Mu is 3 over 2 times sigma square. You will get 12 over 2 is 6. Mu is equal to 6. That's all.